Hello, dear friends. Today we will talk about Admiral Brad's strange and mysterious journey to the Borealis of Antarctica. There were two such poodles in the first 1947, and the second in 1956. So what's strange about these journeys? And then, according to the Admiral's diary, he met there with a different race and huge flying saucers. But, about everything in order, and now I'll ask you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Let's go. And so, Richard Evelyn Byrd is an American aviator and polar explorer. In 1929, he was the first in history to fly over the South Pole, the head of 4 American military expeditions to Antarctica 1928 to 1930, 1933 to 1935, 1939 to 1941, and 1946 to 1947, the last of which was called Hajjump, and which he headed with the rank of Rear Admiral. We'll talk about it today. In 1956, Rear Admiral Byrd took part in a new expedition to Antarctica, and a year later died in the United States of a heart attack. After his death, eyewitness accounts about the attack of Byrd's squadron with flying discs, as well as entries from the Admiral's own diary, appeared in the press. It followed from them that during the 1947 expedition, the plane on which he flew for reconnaissance was forced to land strange aircraft similar to British soldiers' helmets. Here's what is written about this in the article UFO in Antarctica, published in 1987 in the September issue of the magazine Christ Columbus. The author of the article, the famous American ufologist Leonard Stringfield, interviewed one of the pilots, John Searson, who in 1947 participated in the 4th expedition of Admiral Byrd. "They jumped out of the water like crazy," said the former pilot, describing the flying saucers opposing the Americans, and slipped literally between the masts of the ships at such a speed that the streams of indignant air tore radio antennas. "I did not have time to blink and I, like 2 corsairs, suddenly, Murdoch, which was 10 cables from us, blazed a bright flame and began to sink." The same or the next day, according to various sources, Admiral Byrd went for reconnaissance on a twin-engine Tigercat fighter and disappeared with his pilot and navigator. According to another version, February 11, 1947, Byrd discovered a snow-free rocky area with lakes, covering an area of about 100 square miles in the Bangor Hills area, near the Shackleton Ice Shelf. In the information message of the Navy, this place appeared under the name Shangri-La. The assumption of the presence of vegetation there was expressed in an ironic tone. Admiral Brad's diary entries. 11:30 a.m. The plane behaves strangely. It flies without obeying control. My God! A strange plane in the form of a metal sparkling disc appeared above us. And another one. They are nearby. Markings are visible on their surfaces. It's swastika. 11:35 h. At that moment, the engines got up, but the plane seemed to hang in the air, slowly turning counterclockwise, while maintaining a stable horizontal position. 11:40 a.m. New message: "We are starting the landing process. Calm down, Admiral. Everything will go quickly and safely. The light push and hydro-skiing of the plane stand on rocky rubble." 11:45 a.m. Several people are approaching our plane. These are tall, slender blondes, strangely similar to each other. Against the background of the mountain range, I see a city or something else of fantastic size shimmering with light. I don't see their weapons. The Admiral and his radio operator were escorted to a strange platform, without wheels, and any control levers. She moved smoothly towards the sparkling city. A few minutes later, the platform stopped in front of a huge building made of crystal blocks. There were several dozen such structures, so the Admiral called them a city. It seemed strange to him that the blocks glowed not from the inside, but from the outside and shone with all the colors of the rainbow. The Admiral and the radio operator were brought to one of these blocks, in which the door opened silently. They were invited to enter a cabin resembling an elevator. Then they went downstairs, leaving the cabin into a fairly spacious room. The Admiral and the radio operator noted that the walls and ceiling glow with soft, pleasant light. The situation clearly did not correspond to the time. I entered a large room of very strange decoration, but surprisingly beautifully furnished. My thoughts were interrupted in a soft voice. Welcome, Admiral, to our region of the underworld. If I had said in a different way, the inner world, it would be a more accurate definition, but it is probably more incomprehensible to you. Turning to his voice, the Admiral saw at the big table a man with subtle facial features, with a head similar to an ancient sculpture. With a gesture, he offered the Admiral to sit down. We allowed you to be here because you are a noble man, and very famous in your superficial world. The Admiral felt that he lacked air from the excitement. Your excitement will pass soon. I understand you, Admiral. You are in the area of Ariani in the inner world of the Earth. We will not delay your mission for long, and you will safely go back. But now, Admiral, I'll tell you why you're here. Your race blew up the first atomic bombs over the cities of Japan. We controlled your actions during and after the war. I think you know about those luminous objects that have caught up with fear on your pilots in the sky over Europe, or more often over Germany. These flying machines were called Flugelrads. With their help we monitored everything that happens in your surface world. But note, we usually did not interfere in any of your affairs. You must understand, dear Admiral, that our science and culture are thousands of years ahead of your or any other race. Given your government powers, which make no sense to mention, we give you the opportunity to convey to the scientists of your world that our world and our race are an objective reality. But that's not the main thing. My task, and now yours, Admiral, is that you must convince your government to stop all nuclear energy activities. Your race got this energy too early. You have put all living things on the planet on the brink of destruction. Your race is deteriorating, it has no future. Therefore, it is unacceptable to leave in your hands nuclear charges and dangerous installations associated with this energy. I ask you to remember that the past war was only a prelude to what awaits your race or, as you say, humanity. Goodbye, my son, said the owner with a soft smile on his face. That's how the story turned out, friends. I don't know if it's true or not. Well, there's a lot of evidence about it on the internet. Write in the comments whether you believe in this story or not. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel. Have a good day, everyone. See you in the next videos. Ciao.